Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
To who do you? If you decide that it's a woman, fine, let's go with it. If you decide that it's a man, fine, let's go with it. I must be open enough to be able to say, let the truth stand up. A two-headed animal where you got two heads. We look back and we look at that, and the first thing we try to do, like in Gifted Hands, with the brother who's the physician who separated those twins who were joined, I believe, at the head. That was an outstanding accomplishment of science, medicine, to surgically go in and separate these twins. Two heads, these two bodies joined together by the head. Why? And that's what, when you have a female, in my opinion, who wants to be the head, but society says, and even the scriptures that you read, you say you're a Christian and this book has been put together by God himself. And you say that the woman in this relationship, we're seeing a competition. That's what I experienced in my first marriage. It finally dawned on me that the person I was in the relationship with was competing. That term just started coming up because I'm sitting here analyzing, and words have pictures. That's a picture. Anytime a picture comes into your head, a word creates pictures. Our mind is established. The mind sees pictures. When I say cat, a picture comes in your head. I say dog, a picture of a dog comes in your head. If I say roach, picture comes in your head. You see what I'm saying? These are pictures. So when I say we're creating this organization, this organism, if I say marriage, what do you see? You see the coming together of two people. Well, if you're going to create this organization, where's the face on this animal that you just created? Where's the face? Boom. You say, it's the man, or do we say, boom, it's the woman? Which one of these faces do you see? Now, in my mind, because I came up in a household that was pretty much traditional. Now, you have to decide whether that's right or wrong. But when I think Ezel, I think of my dad. When I think of nurturer, I think of mama. And we love that one that nurtures us, because that's almost like, this is just like, okay, baby, you're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And mother just makes everything good. But daddy's putting that law down. You're Ezel, and you must rise up to this. Now go back to your mama, I'm going to whip your ass. I'm going to tighten you up, and mama going to come back and soothe you and be like Jesus to you and forgive you and tell you all the good things and bring in mercy, and she's going to just be a mother to you and get you ready, because you got to go back and fight. It's like the man on the coach on this. You go to a wrestling match, or you go to a fighting match. You got to go back to your coach. Your coach says, okay, you did good. You did this and you did that, right? And boy, you threw that punch in there and whatever. Now, this is what I need you to do when you go back in that ring, because you got to go back in and fight. You got to go back. That's where you get stronger. We must start creating men who are strong and know how to fight and how to do this thing in a competitive. If your wife is the person who is competing with you, you don't have a wife. That's what I realized. You got a competitor, and they will set themselves up in your household to divide it. Because if their body, that's like, if you get cancer in your body, cancer's not your friend. you better start trying to figure out what to do right to get that acid out of your body. You need an alkaline body. If your wife or the person that you choose is creating acid in that relationship and you're the head of that relationship, you got to be either smart enough to figure out how to turn this acid body into an alkaline body to get rid of the cancer. Because that person is the cancer in that relationship. Because you must understand that you are the face of this marriage, you might say. You are the face, you're the head. You must make decisions that is going to keep this body alkaline. And so if you have chosen someone who is acid, they are not alkaline. They are there to cause you to get off of your natural walk. That's why they are there. So if you figure out, young men, as leaders, I'm talking to you this morning. I'm talking to the young black men who have come up without fathers. Number one, first thing, you've got to figure out who you are. And so you can't necessarily, if you can't look at your father and say that he was a good man or whatever, now you got to go up. You got to study nature. You've got to study what did God intend for you as a man to be and to how to be able to establish this relationship. And I say the first thing, young man, get you some land. Get you some land. Get you some property where you can get a chance to get out in nature. I don't care if you have to bring some sand up in the house. Get you a flower pot and learn how to take care of a plant. Learn how to find out what does it take to be able to nurture and to get the best out of this land, out of this fruit. You've got that land, you've got to have the land tested. And you really want to make sure that you do everything that you can do and get a good understanding to vet this property to see if it is conducive for raising your crop. Those are your children. The key, often I will have on an ankh. The key, here it is right here, the ankh. It is the key to life. It is when masculine and feminine energy can come together and produce life. And you don't want to produce little hellions. You want to produce an alkaline environment. You don't want to produce acid. And when you have someone, you're the head. You have to make this decision. And you have to choose the right soul, the right female. Because if she is acid, she's been here, been there, got everything in that soil, that's what's going to be in your children. And we know that it is alkaline, not acid, that is a best productive environment. Because you're going to get cancer. That's the thing that's going on with food today. Creating all this acid food, and we're eating the wrong foods that's creating an acid environment in our bodies. See, this is how you know when you get truth, because it's going to work within your environment. And as you're studying your environment, you get to know God. That's God. You get to know about Him and how to have life and life more abundantly. But if someone comes into your life and you're the head, because you have to make this decision. You're the head of a relationship. Now, if you're not in a relationship, you're the head of yourself as an individual. And if you're going to remain an individual, then you'll be okay as long as you're happy. Because happy causes you're gonna flow in a happy state because you are your own man. Okay, so I have no problem with a female who wants to be by yourself and be happy. But if you decide that you want to cohabitate with a man, you put yourself in a situation to where you have said, I will go into this situation freely and I would submit to its head. If you're not ready to do that, stay single. because the man is required to create and be the leader, the face, the head, you got to set down the rules and the regulations of this establishment. And I say to women, you vet the man too. If he's not what you want, then you don't need to be trying to bind with this person, because all you're doing is...
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.